Hello everyone. I thought I would do a little video this time where I just sit down and talk to the camera instead of like what I'm doing in a week or whatever. When you talk and it's like the first time you've spoken to like anyone all day, that's what I feel like I'm having right now. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to do a little check-in, give you a little life update because I feel like this month has just not really been like it's been good in a lot of ways, but it's also been I wasn't expecting it, one of those where you're just not expecting it and then boom, everything kind of goes tits up. Where do I begin? So I feel like let's start from September because what date is it now? It's the 23rd of September. And the last few months, my focus in terms of my fitness and exercise was sort of on running. So last year, me and my sister decided to sign up to a half marathon in Manchester, where I'm from. And we had an amazing time. Like, honestly, I absolutely loved the half marathon. I thought it was the most fun I've ever had. We trained for it and it was really, really rewarding. Like, everything about the half marathon was amazing. And when you're just soaking up the atmosphere, the crowd was just what made it, in my opinion. So naturally what you do after that experience is you think, oh, that's so fine. Like, I didn't find it hard either. So I was like, let's just sign up to the full marathon. So me and my sister, 2 weeks later, whenever it was, we signed up for the Amsterdam Marathon, which is taking place next month in Amsterdam. And I kind of stopped running after the half marathon. Like, I did the occasional 5K or a little run like here or there. And I think on Christmas Day I did like a 10K for some random reason. But I didn't really run until June, which is when I needed to start training for the marathon. So I started finding it really hard actually. Like, the first few runs, I was like, oh wow, this is hard. And to be fair, not the first few runs, like every run up until now. But nonetheless, I was like, I've got a marathon, I've signed up for it, I've told everyone I know that I'm going to be doing this marathon. And I was a bit excited. I was like, you know what? I can't wait to just achieve that goal because it's a goal I've set myself and I'm really excited to achieve it. So yeah, I began marathon training and then at the end of August, I went on a holiday. So on that holiday, so just before the holiday, I think I ran 18 kilometers. That was like my longest run. And I was running like 3 days a week following a plan on the Runner app. And then on holiday, I was like, fine. But I had this thing on holiday, like this is where it all kind of went wrong, I guess. I was like, I'm just going to give myself a bit of a break. Because I felt so physically and mentally like super tired. And when you're just on holiday and you want to do nothing, I wanted to read, drink pina coladas, just chill. So I was literally to myself like, Moya, it's so hot outside. Do you want to be do you want to be running on the treadmill for that long? So I adjusted my plan on the Runner app actually. And it said, okay, instead do like 3 or 4 runs. Did I do 3 or 4 runs? No, I did 1 run on the treadmill. And I did one also like just gym session with weights because, yeah, I don't know. But I was just really enjoying not exercising and like not having I feel like all of my holidays in the past have been me trying to exercise. And I'm like now at a point where I'm not feeling any kind of way about not exercising on holiday. Like, I'm not feeling guilt. I'm not feeling any way. Like, a holiday is for pure relaxation, eating, drinking. Yeah, sorry, but that's what I really loved as well about my time on holiday. Just how relaxing it was and how chilled it was and how again, for like the first time I just didn't put any pressure on myself, But yeah, I did my like whatever it was, 6 kilometers on the treadmill, fine. And then the last day of my holiday, I started to get a bit of a rumble in the jungle in my belly and I was going to the toilet every 10 minutes. It was really not the vibe when our flight was in the evening, So I had the whole day of me, because also, when you've got to like check out of your hotel room by like 11, and then we had to chill by the pool. So best believe I was walking to, and probably people thought I was walking to the bar, but I was walking to the toilet every 10 minutes. It was horrific. I would not wish my worst enemy I mean, maybe I would actually. But yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then I made it back to Amsterdam, took loads of Imodium so that they could bunge me up. And then I had to work that weekend, I believe, for like an event. So I was teaching at this event and I just took loads of Imodium, was not really eating because obviously my stomach was just so off and I felt so like, you know, which is not ideal. But yeah, so I did the event and then the following week, oh my goodness, it just was going. It was just going like non-stop and I felt so weak, like physically, mentally, emotionally just weak. And then I went to the doctors after like 10 days of having it, I think, and then told me, oh yeah, this is a parasite, like you need to take antibiotics. And then, I don't know why I said it like that, antibiotics. And yeah, I think after a few days I started to feel better. I think it was like maybe 3 days later I was feeling better. But obviously not at my peak energy, you know? But what did I do? Like a normal person would probably think, yeah, like I probably should just take it easy and like slowly get into my running again after having more than 2 weeks off. But I was like, fuck. I was literally like, I need to run this marathon and I'm so behind in my training. What the frick? What the heliante? What the heck? What am I going to do? So because I ran that 18 before, I just consulted ChatGPT, which is a mistake. Do not listen to this man. Do not listen. I consulted ChatGPT and he was like, yeah, just run your 18 kilometers. Like you've done an 18K before. You're going to be fine. Bro, I was not fine. I mean, I took loads of gels and I ate loads of carbs the night before, but I started running and I was like, okay, this is like halfway. I was like, I'm done, to be quite honest. But I don't know how. I just pushed on. I just kept going. Took me like a long time as well. I can't remember. Like it just took me ages, and I kept having to stop and stretch because my body hurt. And like in that point, I probably should have just been like, maybe just turn around or cut it a bit shorter. But then I was like, no, if I'm gonna do this marathon, I need to have this 18K nailed because otherwise there's no way I can get the mileage in. There's no way I can do the marathon. My parents are coming to Amsterdam to watch and I have nothing to show for it. So my brain was like overdrive. So I did the 18. It was really emotional at the end as well. I cried. I was like, long distance running, you know, after not moving my body for like so long, like almost over 2 weeks, I think. Fast forward to the next day, my foot started really hurting. So like when I put pressure on my foot, it hurts. And I never really had a bad injury with running. Like I only ever had my knee. Like one time I signed up for a half and then started running it. And then my knee was like really playing up. So I had to get physio and they told me I have like overactive quads, which was really fun. So anyway, long story. But I've not had an injury for so long because I'm usually really good at fueling. I'm super slow at running. So it's not like I injure myself. I don't even do speed work, to be quite honest, because I just don't enjoy it. And I'm like, if you don't enjoy something, what is the point in pushing yourself to do it? I mean, I also get the point, but yeah. Anyway, so my foot started really hurting. And then I was like, I'm going to rest it a couple of days. It felt way better. So I was like, okay, brilliant. I'm going to crack on with my plan, my new revised plan that ChatGPT made me, that told me it's possible to do it. So I ran on the treadmill, a 5 kilometers, super easy run, just like slow pace. And then after that, the pain came back, but it was like tenfold. So yeah, every time I've now been like working on my feet, walking, I've noticed the pain. And it's not like a super sharp pain, it's more of like a dull pain. And it comes and goes. So some days it's okay. Right now it's not so okay. I'm going to get physio actually this Wednesday to figure out, tomorrow, to figure out what it could be because it's not even funny anymore. And I had to take like, I think it was a week. Did I take a week? I just didn't do anything for a week just to allow my foot to fully just heal. Did it help? No, like it's still painful. So also for my mental health, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is bad as well. I don't know, but I just need to move in some kind of way. And obviously I'm not doing running at the moment. Like that's just not going to help, but I just need to move. I just need to do something because my brain otherwise is like too hyperactive, and I just need to channel that into like some kind of movement. So on Sunday I did some reformer. Yesterday I did spinning, which was a mistake. I thought spinning, you know, like low impact, it's not like your foot is hitting the pavement. So I was thinking I would be absolutely fine by doing spinning, but it was, when I came back, my foot was super swollen and just hurt a lot. So now I am just trying to take it easy, see what my friend is going to say tomorrow when I go to physio. I need to stop practicing what I preach, because I think slowing down is, like, we're all living in a society where it's like a hustle culture, right? Like everyone is doing marathon. So normalized now to do a marathon as well. It's like every other person is doing a marathon, and then it becomes just so normal, and a lot of influencers are doing marathons. So then it seems like, okay, this is really achievable. And like, don't get me wrong, if you plan your time properly and you're really treating your body like, okay, I'm an athlete, I need to eat, fuel, carbs, recovery, blah, 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 then yeah, I think it's feasible. But it's hard. Like, no one why is no one online talking about how hard a marathon training is? Like, I mean, I didn't even get very far, but just the sheer amount of volume you're getting in your week, and having to eat like the most amount of carbohydrates ever, you know, just like pastas, breads, rice, potatoes. Like, it also makes you feel quite sluggish and heavy, or at least it did with me a little bit. And it's just a lot of time, like it's time consuming. So you've really got to be serious about this. And I don't know if I was serious. Like, if I look back, probably on my holiday, I should have just been like, I've made this commitment to train, I'm going to train. But like, my brain was just, I was just so excited about having a holiday and just relaxing and getting to just enjoy that. Yeah, that was maybe not my priority. And maybe then in general, a marathon is just not for me. Like, it's not, I'm not prioritizing it, you know? So I think social media is also a little bit part in play of why I think it seems so achievable. But I have so much respect for anyone doing a marathon, because I think it's incredibly hard. And I think physically and mentally it's super hard on your body. And I was also just missing my like soft girl walks, Pilates. I like really this year have found a lot more slowness and calmness, and from someone who was going 5 or 6 days, sometimes a week of strength training and just constantly pushing myself. Like, now I've finally just got to this place where I feel like, oh, I don't have to do anything. Like, I don't have to do this. Like, who am I trying to prove myself to? Like, I can also just do a mat Pilates class, which I absolutely love, which I've now fallen back in love with. This was like my first ever thing that I started exercising with. Or just do some stretches, and this is also perfectly fine, you know? So it's also been teaching me a lot about myself and why I want to do things. Like, what was this goal, like an external goal or an internal goal? I would absolutely love one day to complete the marathon and just to have that feeling of just like, wow, my body is so capable, but I just don't know if that's this moment, you know? And then obviously having a parasite and having this foot injury, it's just really knocked me back and been like, okay, something needs to change. Like, something is not working right now. And it's kind of been a bit hard to accept that mentally. I think I'm also a little bit, you know, we have our ego and our brain that's just telling us, okay, you can do this no matter what. And, you know, you have to push past these feelings of being uncomfortable. You have to just go for it. And then on the other hand, it's like, no, be soft to yourself, be kind to yourself, listen to what your body needs. And I sometimes really find it hard to just navigate the balance between those two areas of my brain. And also as a woman, like, we have our hormones and our periods, and obviously that makes things a lot more complicated, because throughout my ovulation phase, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much energy, I'm texting everyone back, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna go hard. Like right now, I'm like, I wanna go and work out and sweat and get my cardio in. But then fast forward to my luteal phase, I find it so much harder. Like, I don't want to move. Like, I want it to be slow, and I want to be warm, and I want to eat nourishing foods and just be cozy. I don't really want to put my body through a lot of stress, which is what marathon training kind of is doing. So I'm not sure if there was a point to that story, but I think overall I'm just right now trying to ease the pressure off myself. And I thought that's what I've kind of done, but then if I look back on the last few months, a lot of the runs I just didn't enjoy. And I also understand, like, you know, I've listened to podcasts and stuff where people say, you know, running isn't enjoyable. It's only 1 in 3 runs that you will find enjoyable. And I get that because I also have the same. Like, sometimes I'll do a really nice run and I'm like, oh, that was good. But for some reason, I enjoyed my half training so much more than the marathon training. I think just in terms of volume and like physical like tiredness. So I don't know. I'm not super keen to like sign up to a marathon again. I think now it's made me realize just how much of that step up, like it's not just doing a half marathon twice. It's going to take over a lot of your life. It's going to be hard work and it's going to be a commitment. So yeah, maybe next time I'll just go for a half and just try and enjoy it more, because I just want to enjoy the exercise that I do. And I think that's the best kind of exercise you can do is one that you enjoy, because then you're going to stick to it. This September, October is just looking different to how I kind of imagined it. But my parents are still going to come to Amsterdam, which will be nice. And my sister is going to be running the marathon. So it's going to be really fun anyway, just to like cheer people on. I want to make a little sign and just, yeah, I've never really spectated a race before. So I'm actually excited just to like be in the buzz of the race, because it's such an incredible thing. And like I said, just because this isn't for me doesn't mean that it's not for everyone else, because I do have so much respect for people running, especially running the marathon. Like, yeah, it's incredible. It really is. And I also understand, because long runs are super emotional. It's like better than any drug I've taken. It's like a high, like you're just buzzing. But maybe I can still get that just from the half, you know, like maybe I don't need to run for 4 or 5 hours. Maybe I can just enjoy the half marathon for what it is. Anyway, that's my running update, I guess. I think this year I'm not trying to like do anything. That sounds really bad. I'm not starting another project, because obviously you guys know I did my online coaching for like a year and a half, I think it was. I did online coaching. And I just I did pour my heart into it. Like I was really keen on making this work, and you know, I had great clients that I really love working with, and I'm really grateful for those clients. But again, it just was so all-consuming, and I want to go 100% in when I do something like that that's interesting to me. But for me, it just wasn't really working necessarily. Like I didn't get a lot of enjoyment out of it, because a lot of it was online. And now for my own self, I kind of realized I miss that community connection and that what is it, like one-to-one interactions. So like obviously I teach reformer Pilates, and I love just like meeting people in real life and just being able to help them and just seeing their progress like after they return for like the classes and whatnot. So with online coaching, I like did enjoy it, and I definitely met some incredible women, but at the same time it just, I don't know, it was something was missing for me. And then yeah, my brain is like very quick to like, okay, if it's not working, I'm going to move on and not waste my energy on something. But obviously that is a decision that I didn't take lightly, and it took me a little bit of time to just come to that decision of like, okay, what is it that I want this year? But this year, yeah, didn't really go exactly how I envisioned it. Like in January, I was super keen to just invest loads in my online coaching, but hey, it didn't work out, and that's also just a beautiful insight in my opinion. So yeah, the next few months I'm just not being super like ambitious and this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to enjoy life a little bit. I have a festival at the end of October where my friends are coming, and yeah, it's going to be really fun. And I just have a couple of nice things like in the diary, and I just want to really just enjoy the like, you know, last few months of the year. Hopefully when my foot is a little bit better, I can get more into a good routine with my exercise, because I also just feel like routine is so important for me. My ADHD brain needs some routine, but it also needs some excitement as well, some stimulation. So I'm just learning even more about that. What else can I update you on? But other than that, I think I'm really doing good. Like, obviously I have days here and there where I struggle with my mental health, and those days I find hard, and usually it's before my period and I'm still working through that, because yeah, like I think I'm not sure if I mentioned on here, but I have PMDD, which is a little bit more of a severe PMS. So just and more intense symptoms. Like it literally goes from one day to the next, where I just wake up and then I can't get out of bed, and I just feel like a bus has hit me. Like you can even see it in my face and hear it in my voice that I'm just like I don't know. It's overnight. It's a flip of the switch, and then I'll just be sometimes crying, like overthinking like crazy, paralyzed at the fact that I can't even get out of the house, which is also so important for me to just keep my sanity. Um, but I'm now trying this medication because I've tried a lot of things, but then there's not like this medication is an antidepressant, but it's not like I take it every day of the month. So I take it just the week before my period. So as soon as my period starts, I stop taking it, and it's a very low dose, and it's just working on the serotonin in your brain. And I don't know, like I think it is definitely helping me, to be honest. Like I noticed that the noise is less, but because you're only taking it for 1 week, I've got an appointment with my ADHD nurse practitioner, so I'm going to ask her about it because she's managing like my ADHD meds and my PMDD med. But yeah, I don't know, because my stomach gets a little bit sensitive because like, obviously when you're taking something again, serotonin is also playing with your gut a little bit, so it feels a bit weird, and then it makes me really tired as well, so I've been taking it before bed. But yeah, I just need to give that a little bit more time, and I just feel good because that's like something that I'm proactive about, and yeah, sorry, but I spent years trying to change things with my diet, trying to, you know, put it on me to like heal this, but actually I don't want to live with this, you know, like I shouldn't have to live with it. Like it's a really debilitating thing because I think it also just enhances like my ADHD traits as well. So I just find that week, it's like in my head it's like hell week because it's just, oh, it is rough out there to be Moya P, honestly, everyone. No, but obviously there's way worse shit going on, but like just it's just my own personal experience with mental health. I think everyone has their own things going on, and I just feel like it helps to be open because I'm also really interested in mental health, and I think the more you talk about it, the more other people relate, or maybe it helps someone, or maybe they didn't even realize that existed or there was a word for that, you know. And yeah, I've spent different phases of my life having like very bad mental health, so now I'm just very, yeah, I don't know, it's just something that I think about a lot, I'm interested in, and I like to read about it and stuff, but also not over fixating about it, you know. Some days you just have a shit day. That's life, unfortunately. Okay, I'm rambling slightly here, but I think I have spoken about everything that I wanted to update everyone about. Obviously, I've not really done this type of video before, so if you have any questions or you just want to know something about my life, I don't know why you would. Oh, cringe. Then just let me know in the comments, or you can always message me. And yeah, maybe I will do more kind of this style video on like a specific topic. So I don't know, whatever you suggest, or if there's anything you want me to speak about, I will. But I kind of like just having a little catch up, you know. It's been quite fun. It's on 25 minutes, so I'm gonna head now to a personal training, and I will see you guys in the next video.